What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. LA Mamba. Today is Sunday, July 17, 2022. It's about 3 p.m. and we're closed. I just want to go over with you guys a few things of today's activities. The good things about the tire shop business and the bad things about the tire shop business. So let me start with pretty much, I guess, my life, how it goes on average. So last night went to go visit my cousins and had some wine, relaxed, talked with my uncles, and got home like, I don't know, probably about 11 or so. So I didn't drink a lot, and gotta get ready for today, right? Sunday, right? So I had scheduled 2 workers, and myself to work, go to sleep, wake up, regular time to get up, and get a text saying from one of the guys, I'm not coming in today, right? So I'm like, man, that sucks. It's gonna be one guy and me, and on a busy Sunday. I knew it was gonna be busy because tire shops have a pattern, and if you're pretty busy the day before or busy the day before, you're gonna be busy the next day. It's not gonna just fall off from one day to the next. So yeah, so got in. I was like, man, I didn't feel like coming in because of that reason. I'm like, man, we're gonna have so much work, but I don't got a choice, do I? I really don't. So come in and get to work. And just wanted to show you some of today's activities. As soon as I pulled up, bought my food down the street, and when I pulled up, I already saw a red Camaro outside. 2 used tires, 285/30/20 Michelin. And then another one pulls up. We're doing that one. 185/60/15 used one. Next one was a 205/55/16 used one. Then a little the Jardín trucks, which are the trucks that are for nurseries. They go and mow your lawn. They have 6 wheels. There's a small little Toyota pickups, small little tires. Well, those little tires sizes are 14s. And someone pulled up, wanted 2 new tires, 185/14. So we put some Nexans on, brand new. And just a little tip: if you guys have in your city, you see a little pickup trucks running around all over the place. They cut grass, a lot of gardening work. Well, keep that size in hand, because first of all, used, I don't see it no more used. But back then, we had to get used all the time and just buy them, because I always sold those, no problem. Well, I have 0 right now on that size, and it's been already a while since I have 0 in that size. So I always kept new also. But I just make sure I always have the new ones, because when they pull up, they need the tires, and they'll put them on and sale for you. So next one was a 1 used tire, 215/55/16. Next it was 3 brand new 215/70/15s, branded Delinte. So got a used one, LT heavy duty, 225/75/16. And we sold a new one, 215/60/16. And then we sold the semi tire, 11/22/5 used. Guy who brought in his own sensors. I did a sensor swap. 4 TPMS sensors. In between the whole time, we got rotations, we got labors, as in laborers I call when people bring their own tires and put them on. We put them on, balance, throw away their junk tires. So we got some laborers in there, and then we got one U-Haul return today. Check it in, and then the other customer came and did a one-way rental to like some far city. I've never even heard that city before, in California. And then I did 2 reservation bookings also for the U-Hauls. So a lot of activity, and that's usually how it goes on a Sunday, just like that much activity, but it's a lot easier when there's one more person helping you out. And it's very good. In any kind of business, you want a lot of activity in a short amount of time. So in this case, we open at 9 and close at 2. So in 5 hours, a lot of activity, and I get to go now home after, and probably me and my girlfriend gonna go get something to eat at a nice restaurant or something. And then since we don't got step girl today, stepchild, she's with their cousin. But there's always good and there's always bad in any business, and I'm just gonna continue with the good things about a tire shop. I'm able to use like different cars in my area and not worry about like I'm gonna get stuck really far if my junk breaks down, or my junks break down over there. Like it's got a couple over there broken down, and I can take my time fixing them because I have parking, because I have a shop, right? So then and then I only live about 10 minutes away from here, so I don't like the whole gas situation. It never has affected me in my life because I always lived like close by from the shop, so I don't have that gas problem that a lot of people are having right now, especially with their business. So there's one thing. So one thing is like if you're like working, let's say you're a nurse and you drive far, and the effect is the gas is affecting you like that. It's hurting, but it's not killing you. And then there's the other ones, which is you're in the transportation business, and you have like you either own like a semi truck or a box trucks, and you move containers from one place to another, or you're just moving things from one place to another. And now those people are getting killed with the gas. And in this business, we don't have that. So if gas goes up and down, it's not a problem for the tire shop business. So we don't use gas for anything here. None of the machines and nothing like that. It's all air powered, electricity powered. Other things that are nice about the tire shop business, we're closed always at a certain time. So like pretty much after here, I go home, take a shower, and then do whatever you want for the rest of the night, right? A lot of other businesses, you could be sometimes they're like off by like 3 hours because of certain things happening. You have things go bad on the road, there's traffic and stuff like that, and it's not like that with the tire shop. It's like we pretty much said, like, if we want to like be like on time, like out, then I start closing a little early the gates, because it takes time to bring in all the jacks, and then it takes time for the guys to get ready to so everything takes a little time here to there. So like if I'm able to cut the work, and then once we have the gates closed, then we're finishing up the jobs, and but so by the time the jobs are finished, we're able to like after that we're able to bring in the jacks, and pretty much close everything up, move the hoses and stuff like that. And so we're out to like a certain time. If I need to get somewhere at a certain time, something like that, you know what I mean? So also I just want to add to that, on the opposite side, if I'm just like, oh, it doesn't matter, I have nothing to do after, and then I just leave the gates open till like, let's say 6 o'clock is when we close, And then like, a guy pulls up with a truck, right at the end. You know how those people do? They wait till the last minute and then they pull in. Well, if I don't got nothing to do, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I'll just knock it out. We'll do it. It takes an extra 30 minutes or whatever it is. Or sometimes people have emergencies and people that and then you don't really want to say no because like, them pretty good. They know you pretty good and stuff like that. Pretty much you want to help them out. So then, in those times, it's like, oh, can you do it? I'm like, yeah, just come in. Like sometimes we can do it and sometimes we can't. And so, again, if we got nothing going on, well, fuck, I'll take an hour later, to just wait for some, or, they'll come in like 20 minutes. Like, let's say they come in at 6:20 and then let's say it's 4 new ones or whatever. And then I'll knock it out, let's say by 7, and by closing up everything. So I'm able to have that flexibility right there too. So that's like, I guess people have their overtime. That's my overtime or our overtime in this business, right? But the profits are really huge when it comes to that, because now you're selling let's say 4 new tires, and how much is a sale for 4 new tires? Let's just say, or 4 used, and you probably make more in the used than the new. It depends on what sizes. But yeah, so then all the prices went up too for us too. We raised our prices, and we were able to make more. Of course, everything costs more, so I kind of just figured out that's just basic economics. Raise the prices. You make if I make the same, then my money buys less because everything costs more. So it's pretty much just my thing is just like, well, it's just everything raised too with it. So I mean, you're able to control your own prices. You can put whatever you want. I can say whatever I want on the used tires. There's no prices on them. Like if I want to make so much for this one right here that it costs more tread, let's just say, then I'm able to just say it. I don't have to like explain myself to anybody. So that's a beautiful thing, that you don't got to have like signs of, hey, the tires are this size, tire is this much, because sometimes you have takeoffs. I mean, there's a lot of different grades on the tires. So if it's like a brand new takeoff, it's not gonna be the same price as a regular used tire. So you have control on that. Other things that I like about the shop, the tire shop business, is that you were able to like, I mean, I don't know if you can say for a lot compared to other things, but like, you can be raised up, and still stay in the same area if you want. Of course, you can move. I know a lot of tire shop guys that move real far, but because they bought a house. But you can be in the same area for like your whole life type of stuff, and especially in SoCal, like the more you're in this place, even though like everything looks crazy and all that, but you're able to make more if you're still in the same location, type of like same expenses, but more work, more people know you, more cars, and as time goes by, it's actually a good thing for the tire shop business. I told you my today's my activities. I told you my activities today, and that's a lot. I mean, it wasn't like that when I started Sundays like years ago. It was all right, but this activity is like every single Sunday, and it goes. So if you're able to be in your location, more people know you, more business you have, more business you do, more referrals, and more business comes back to you. It's just a very good thing about tire shop business if you're in it long term. And if I'm able to like bet on myself and buy more and more used tires, let's say like different sizes, then and I'm not going anywhere, then I'm able to, like, I guess you can say, gamble more a little bit. And when you sell those tires, you're able to get like bigger payoffs, because sometimes you have like extra money, and then sometimes like you go to buy some tires, but it's like, damn, I need more tires. I just like, and I see these and they're good, and they're like, okay, I know the size, I know it moves very slow, they're very high tread, and I'm just gonna buy them, and it just like let them sit there until they sell, because you want to make the most best use of your time when you're going to different places. Just pretty much the more tires you get, the better, because you can't really waste your time and stuff like that. So then time goes by, let's say it takes like 6-8 months to sell those tires, but when they do, you know, you made a good sale, and the customer's very happy because they can't find those tires anywhere, and it's just a win-win situation. Let me see more good things about the tire shop business. Expenses are really low when it comes to, like, you know, water. We don't really use water here much. Electricity, most of the electricity can be used at night when you're not even here, when you have like a lot of lighting, because like it's a lot cheaper to have a lot of lighting, and you know, people that want to steal things, they don't want to go over places where there's a lot of light. So I like to put a lot of light all over the shop all the time, keep it up, and instead of paying, like, let's say for a security guard, let's just say, which I'm like no tire shop has a security guard type of stuff, you know. Maybe super high end, you know, wheels and tire shops, sometimes they have them, but you know, it's way cheaper to have just like a lot of lighting and pay a little bit more in light, but you save a ton when it comes to like not having a security guard. Plus, whenever, and I mean, maybe because of that, maybe not, but we never have anything stolen here and especially we got all the cameras, and see if anything gets stolen or something, we're able to look at it. When it comes to like supplies and tires and stuff like that for the tire shop business. So there's good and bad for everything, and I want to say also for the bad things about the business. One is people are very undependable, and you're gonna have to depend on people, and they're gonna be letting you down throughout the years over and over. So what happens is that it's gonna make you work harder. And yes, you're able to make more money. Like in this case, I pay the worker $15 an hour here for today's job, and you know, the rest is profit. So guy let me down, he didn't come show to work, I made more, right? But you can't really do that long term. It's gonna be only short term times. Another example is today, a guy was supposed to come and pick up the junk tires. When it comes to the 225/70 19.5 sizes, and a few 225/17, I'm sorry, 225 220, sorry, I'm messing up, 22.5, sorry, 22.5 semi tires. Well, he didn't come, and not that I made money by him like that, but what I'm saying is it's already been 3 times he says he's gonna come and he doesn't come. And it only messes me up by having like junk tires in the way. But if I find someone during the week that's gonna be nearby and they call me, I'll tell them just come through, pick them up. Cause and you know, I pretty much want those tires out of here, you know. Today I didn't feel like coming into the shop, but I had to. And so like, you have to come in, like I said in the beginning, it's like pretty much you have to. Yes, you have to come in because, just an example, we in the U-Haul business, there's already set schedules for people dropping off U-Hauls and picking up U-Hauls. So then it's really bad if you say you're gonna be there and you're not there. The U-Haul company can be really pissed off because of that. And if you do that with time, then they'll take off your, they'll pretty much get rid of you. They'll take away your license for like the U-Haul dealer. Also had, you know, some people tell me during the week they're gonna come today, and they came today. So what if they say they're gonna come and then they show up and there's no one here? They'll be like, man, forget those guys. And people get pissed, even though like it's nothing personal. It's just, you know, let's just say I was just tired, they say, and didn't show up, which it doesn't happen. I always show up. But and people just show up and then there's no one here. They get pissed and like, oh, these guys are inconsistent, I'm not gonna be here, you know? I mean, that's just the way it is. And so you pretty much you set your schedule, but make sure you're always there in your schedule, and there's no getting away from that. I mean, that's the bad thing about the business. And next to that is you gotta be here in the tire shop business. So when I make my tire shop videos, I'm talking about a small owner, you know, putting in the work, becoming better at mounting tires, or if you're already really badass at mounting tires, just doing it a long period of time. So my thing is, okay, so are you gonna do it? Yes. Okay. How long are you gonna do it? Like, is it gonna be for like a year, you know, or is it gonna be for like a little bit of time, or is it gonna be for years, many years, or decades, right? So then you gotta be here all the time, and So that can be a good thing and bad thing, but in this case, I'm using it as a bad thing because, you know, there's a lot, you know, for example, right now, summertime, there's a lot of festivals and stuff like that. I'm not gonna be able to make it, you know. Like I'm talking about like Miami and stuff like that. I can't do those things, you know. I'm always have to be here, so I'm pretty much committed to the business until, and this is where I come next. When is the end of this, you know, madness? So I showed you my schedule where I was yesterday and then how I came today, which is, you know, I didn't want to because of the reason that I knew I was gonna do a lot of the work, but we did it, right? And I mean, it's not like the first time that happened, like ever. It's just like, it's very common actually that this happens. And so, so that is like, well, when is it gonna stop? Or, you know, how does that work? You know, like, you know, you come in and you know, you gotta be putting in a lot of work activities because what you make is direct in proportion of how much tires you sell, amount, balance, you know, and so it's like, okay, so if the activity drops, let's say you have days closed, let's say you want to close days, and you put it on you know, on the Google Maps and all that, an extra day or two, let's just say, because whatever health reasons or just like, you know, let's say you don't need the money more, but whatever. The point is, like, let's just say you stop working many days, well, then your income drops a lot, right? So I stopped working Thursdays. It's been, I don't know, about almost 2 years now. I can tell my income dropped because even though Thursday was the slowest day of the week, I was still profitable on Thursdays. Like the last Thursday I worked, it was like, and this was already like over 2 years ago, it was like over $2,500 that we sold that day. What, me and two guys, let's say. And so it was profitable. I'm telling you, it's good, but I stopped working Thursdays because of, you know, I wanted to do other things, other businesses, you know, other investments. So then it has worked very well. 2 years later, I made a good choice because now I have income streams coming in without me working. But right away, the income, the first year I saw it dropped, and I was like, okay, I can tell, you know, I was expecting it, but it was still fine, no problem. And but now imagine like an extra day or an extra 2 days, you're not mounting tires, it hurts you a lot, and you gotta be here, by the way. So well, not all day every day you gotta be here, just that you gotta be here every day. So like, it doesn't mean here like from open to close. It means you pretty much open, you can do whatever you want, like a few hours during the day, and then you gotta come back, something like that, you know, whatever it is. You leave early and have family members take over for the rest of the day, but it means you're here like every day though. And so if you're not mounting, you're not making money. So that's the problem with the tire shop business. And again, for how long, and this is my opinion and how it works, you gotta be committed to the very end. So I think there's only 2 exits for me. I mean, one is either like if I sell the business, right? Or 2, if you close it down. And that's pretty much it until the very end. Is like, that's gonna be the schedule until to the end. And I know it sounds very scary for some people to hear that, but it is. I mean, yeah, in the future, maybe you can partner with somebody and give them half of the business and your income drops way less. But yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but that's pretty much what it is right there. You know, like, I'm just here to tell you the truth. I mean, it's just a small shop. It's not like it can make a ton of money to like pay like a few managers and stuff like that. Which brings me to another subject about managers. I haven't personally met anyone that, you know, has been a very successful shop with the manager. I have heard of people telling me that, but I've never seen it from my eyes. I've never seen the inventory. You can tell a lot about the shop just by looking at it. If you see a lot of good fucking shit, like a lot of like high tread tires, a lot of good sizes, like what's the quality of the business? If you see like the tire shop's always busy, packed, a lot of activity, whatever time you show up, like sometimes there's slow times, yes, but what are they doing at slow times? Are they cutting tires? You know, are they just sitting down doing nothing? So you can tell a lot what's going on just by visiting a shop. You know, how their tools, how many jacks they have, like a lot of things you can just tell by looking, and you can tell their activity levels. Like, okay, how many tires of the same type because they gotta be like every shop has a little different niche. Like even if it's not even their own little niche, it just happens. Like example, if we saw a lot of like 225 19.5s, then how many of those tires do you have in stock? Do you only have like 2 in stock, or do you have a whole bunch, like over 20? Because you're gonna have that over and over and over and over and over. So I've never seen a successful tire shop with a manager in place. When it comes to a small business, and I'm talking about, when I say tire shop, I'm talking about a tire shop with used tires mainly selling. Because yes, new tires are great too. It's a whole nother business if you're doing mainly just new tires. But when it comes to like a small mom and pop, you've been in the business, you know, you have a lot more control of what you're doing. Then the used tires is the ones going to be high profits, just high profits. So when I'm talking about a small tire shop, I'm talking about a small tire shop mainly that sells used tires. I've never seen a successful one that has a manager in it. I'm just letting you know. I've seen some that has managers, and you know, like a legit manager. I have also friends that don't have a manager, but they just take off and they just leave a guy in charge. That's not a manager. That's just a worker that's, you know, right there. And then like anything happens, he calls the boss, and then the boss, you know, tells him what to do, or the boss drives back to the shop. And then, I mean, that's fine, but it's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like a legit, like this manager makes a lot in the business, like per year, and it's thriving, like making more every year, or making more profit every year, or making more, I mean, more inventory, however you want to, how you say it? However you want to measure your business. Oh, my business is growing because I have more tires this year than that shit. Great. Used, new, both, whatever. Or, I mean, you name it, like more cash flow. I mean, there's different ways to measure business. But again, that's just my opinion. And so that's why I'm able to tie that with what I just said earlier, because this is what I've seen throughout my life. I've been in this business since I was a kid, and I've never seen it. And I just want to tell you that that's pretty much it. I just told you right now, that's the tire shop business. And hopefully this video helps you see if it's for you or if it's not for you. But you know, I'm here to, you know, just help, you know, bring some light into the tire shop world, because I know there's not really anybody that actually is active in the business and making videos. I mean, maybe a few guys right now, but when it comes to like a lot of details, I just come and bring it to you guys so you guys can see what's going on, and help you guys out with the tire shop business. All right, guys, see you later. Mamba out.